Have you ever questioned the reality presented to you? Throughout history, the enigmatic and the inexplicable have always drawn us in. Conspiracy theories are no exception, weaving complex narratives that challenge our understanding of the world. They invite us to look beyond the surface, suggesting that, perhaps, things are not as they seem. Today, we'll count down the 10 most intriguing conspiracy theories, each more beguiling than the last. Join me as we dive into the rabbit hole of the top 10 most interesting conspiracy theories. Did mankind really land on the moon in 1969? Or was it the greatest film ever produced? This question has echoed through the corridors of conspiracy for decades, igniting debates and skepticism worldwide. At the heart of the controversy are a few key pieces of evidence cited by skeptics. One of the most compelling involves the American flag, which appears to flutter in photographs and videos, despite there being no wind on the moon's atmosphereless surface. Proponents of the hoax theory suggest that this is a clear sign of artificial air currents, likely from studio fans. Another piece of visual evidence that stirs doubt is the absence of stars in the lunar sky, as seen in the NASA footage. Skeptics argue that, in the vacuum of space, stars would be glaringly visible, and their complete absence is a glaring oversight, possibly revealing the scenes were filmed on Earth. Whether fact or fiction, the moon landing conspiracy theory keeps us wondering about the boundaries between reality and fabrication. Could a clandestine group really control the world? Welcome to the shadowy realm of the Illuminati and the global elite. This theory suggests that a covert society has been pulling the strings of humanity, orchestrating events and controlling the course of history from behind a thick veil of secrecy. Originating in the late 18th century, the Illuminati was initially a Bavarian secret society. However, modern conspiracy theorists argue that they never disbanded. Instead, they evolved, infiltrating governments, corporations, and entertainment, bending the world to their secretive agendas. High-profile politicians, influential CEOs, and even celebrities are rumored to be part of this elite group, using their power to manipulate global events to their advantage. Symbols said to be associated with the Illuminati, like the all-seeing eye or the pyramid, are pervasive throughout popular media, whispered to be markers of their influence and reach. The idea of an omnipotent group pulls back the curtain on our global theater. Why have so many ships and planes vanished without a trace in the Bermuda Triangle? Tucked between the points of Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, the Bermuda Triangle covers a sprawling area of roughly 500,000 square miles of ocean, a region where navigational compasses often behave erratically. It's a place shrouded in mystery, notorious for the disappearance of countless aircraft and sea vessels over the years. The saga of the Triangle began to capture public attention in the 20th century, highlighted by the infamous Flight 19 incident in 1945, where 5 Navy bombers vanished on a routine training mission. Neither the planes nor the crew were ever found, sparking a wildfire of speculation. Over the decades, theories about these disappearances have ranged from the plausible to the bizarre, from violent weather patterns and methane hydrates releasing from the ocean floor, to claims of paranormal activities and even alien abductions. Despite numerous investigations, both scientific and otherwise, no conclusive evidence has ever been presented to fully explain the phenomena occurring within this enigmatic triangle. The mystery of the Bermuda Triangle continues to be a source of both fear and fascination. What secrets are hidden within the deserts of Nevada? Nestled within this arid landscape lies Area 51, a highly classified United States Air Force facility that has become the epicenter of some of the most compelling extraterrestrial conspiracy theories. Since its establishment, Area 51 has been shrouded in secrecy, sparking widespread speculation. The facility first caught public attention in the late 20th century when reports surfaced of unidentified flying objects in the vicinity. These sightings were often accompanied by claims of recovered alien spacecraft and even extraterrestrial beings which, according to some, were being studied and reverse-engineered by the U.S. government. Conspiracy theorists argue that the U.S. government utilizes Area 51 to conceal these otherworldly technologies. They suggest that breakthroughs in aviation and weapon systems, supposedly derived from alien artifacts, are tested far from prying eyes. Despite occasional leaks and whistleblower claims, the government maintains a tight lid on the activities within Area 51, denying any involvement with alien life forms or technologies. Area 51 remains a cornerstone of extraterrestrial conspiracy theories. Next time you look up at the sky, ask yourself, Are those simply contrails or something more sinister? When a plane flies high in the atmosphere under certain conditions, it leaves behind what we typically recognize as contrails, those white lines composed of water vapor. However, a more intriguing suggestion floats through public discourse. These are not mere water vapors, but chemtrails, a covert government operation dispersing chemical or biological agents for reasons shrouded in secrecy. According to proponents of this theory, these substances could be used for geoengineering, population control, or even mind control. They point to the unusual persistence and patterns of these trails as evidence of their claims. However, it's crucial to note that the scientific community widely dismisses these allegations. Investigations and studies have consistently found that these trails are primarily composed of water ice and contain no sinister additives. Despite the lack of verifiable scientific evidence supporting the chemtrails theory, it remains a topic of heated debate and speculation. The chemtrails theory continues to cloud the boundary between concern and conspiracy. Is a global totalitarian government being formed right under our noses? Welcome to the shadowy discussion of the New World Order, a theory that whispers of a future where global governance isn't just a concept but a reality. This theory suggests that a group of powerful elites, including political leaders, financial magnates, and influential figures in society, are covertly orchestrating the creation of a single authoritarian world government. Proponents of this theory point to various international events and agreements as breadcrumbs leading to this centralized power. From the establishment of worldwide financial systems to international environmental agreements, every step is viewed through a lens of suspicion. These events, they argue, are not just isolated happenings but are coordinated moves on a global chessboard, designed to slowly strip away national sovereignty. This fear is not just about control, but about the erosion of personal freedoms and identities. Each piece of this intricate puzzle is said to be placed with precision, aiming to unify governance under an iron fist. The fear of losing sovereignty to a shadowy elite fuels the fire of this conspiracy. Could the assassination of JFK be more than the act of a lone gunman? When President John F. Kennedy was assassinated on November 22, 1963, the official narrative quickly pointed to Lee Harvey Oswald. But over the years, numerous alternative theories have taken shape, suggesting a far more complex plot. Some theorists argue that the CIA had motives to remove Kennedy, disillusioned by his approach to Cuba and the Soviet Union. Others suggest that the mafia was involved, retaliating against the Kennedy administration's aggressive crackdown on organized crime. Yet another perspective involves a possible foreign government plot, pointing fingers at the likes of Cuba or the Soviet Union, who had high stakes in destabilizing American politics. And then there are those who believe in a larger conspiracy involving multiple entities, suggesting that Oswald was merely a pawn in a much broader game. The multitude of theories about JFK's assassination shows our collective struggle with accepting random tragedy. Could the tragic events of 9/11 have been orchestrated by the very people sworn to protect us? Dive deep into one of the most unsettling conspiracy theories, that the attacks on September 11, 2001, were not solely acts of foreign terrorism, but involved complicity at certain levels of the US government. Proponents of this theory suggest that it was either carried out directly by government officials or they allowed it to happen to justify foreign wars and tighten domestic control. Central to this theory is the curious case of World Trade Center Building 7. Unlike the Twin Towers, this building was not hit by a plane, yet it collapsed in a manner strikingly similar to a controlled demolition. Experts and laymen alike have debated the physics of its fall. How could a building primarily damaged by fire alone mimic a demolition so closely? This theory challenges our trust in governmental institutions at its core. In an age of satellites and space travel, could the Earth actually be flat? Let's delve into one of the most intriguing conspiracy theories out there, the Flat Earth theory. This isn't a new concept, it's a resurrection of an ancient belief that the Earth is not a sphere, but a flat disk. Despite the overwhelming scientific evidence and centuries of astronomical observations, a modern group of skeptics continues to challenge this. Why do they persist? Some proponents of the flat Earth theory argue that all evidence supporting a spherical Earth is fabricated, a grand conspiracy orchestrated by governments and scientists. They believe that the Earth's edges are surrounded by a massive ice wall which is guarded to prevent people from climbing over and falling off. These believers often rely on their senses and personal observations to dispute conventional science, claiming that the horizon's flat appearance and the way planes fly are proof enough that the Earth isn't round. The flat Earth theory invites us to question the very ground beneath our feet. Could world leaders actually be cold-blooded lizard people in disguise? Dive into one of the most outlandish and captivating conspiracy theories ever to grace the ears of the curious, the theory of lizard people. According to this theory, many of the globe's most influential figures aren't quite human. They're said to be shape-shifting reptilian aliens who have clawed their way to power, manipulating human society from the shadows. The roots of this theory are as tangled as the cold-blooded creatures it describes. It suggests that these reptilian overlords can morph their appearance to maintain positions of power, influencing major political and social events to fit their sinister agendas. Why do people believe this? It's a mixture of ancient myths, Cold War paranoia, and modern-day mistrust of the powerful. This theory taps into the human fear of the unknown and the unseen, suggesting that those at the top might just be playing by a different set of rules, ones not of this world. As we reach the peak of our countdown, the lizard people theory represents the pinnacle of bizarre and unexplained phenomena in the world of conspiracy theories. As we conclude our journey through shadows and uncertainties, we've ventured through realms of moon landings questioned, elite societies, enigmatic triangles, and otherworldly secrets. These top conspiracy theories, from chemtrails to the New World Order, from the JFK assassination to the unsettling notion of lizard people, invite us to question the world around us. They underline the delicate balance between skepticism and paranoia, between seeking truths and spiraling into baseless fears. While it's crucial to question and seek the truth, understanding the implications of these theories helps us navigate the complex landscape of information and misinformation.